Today we are talking fashion. There has been such great feedback from some of my fashion videos that I've been doing that I want to do one today on a specific colour, and that colour is brown. Now, if you'd asked me a few years ago, maybe even a few months ago, if I would do a whole video on brown, I would say absolutely not. Maybe white, maybe red, maybe blue, maybe green, colours that I wear quite a lot. But this year, particularly over the summer and coming now into the autumn, I have been wearing a lot more brown. Some pieces I've had in my wardrobe for many years and I've dipped in and out of but never really loved, and some pieces are much newer. I bought them in the summer, I wore them all through the summer, and then that's really inspired me to wear the colour much more in autumn and then going into winter as well. Now, the reason I never used to wear brown is because simply I didn't think that it suited me. I've done my colour chart before, and if you haven't done your colour chart, go onto ChatGPT. You can put a picture of you in there and ask it to tell you the colours that you should be wearing. And for me, brown is definitely not one of them. But I have noticed if I complement it with other colours, if I wear colours like this sort of white here, which actually is one of the colours that I'm meant to be wearing, it can really look good on me. But also, it's taught me that you don't need to stick by rules. Just because it's a colour that perhaps a colour analysis expert or even the expert that's AI ChatGPT says, you don't have to stick to that. I've also realised that certain colours have real energies around them for me, and brown this year has felt really grounding. I am someone who, particularly astrologically, has a lot of water and air in my chart, and anything I can do to help me feel really grounded is great. And I'm definitely a fan of colour therapy, so the colours we wear really have an impact on our mind and body and the way that we feel. And I've just loved how brown has made me feel really connected to the earth over summer and then coming into these seasons. So let's get into some of my favourite outfits. Hopefully it'll inspire you to just get out of your comfort zone, wear colours maybe that you didn't wear before, and also to think about how colour can really have an impact on your wellness. So let's start with coats, because here in the UK we are getting a little bit of colder weather now, and then we'll sort of revert back to some of my summer outfits. So in terms of coats, a newer purchase I've got is this little brown jacket with a waistband that I got from Zara. Now, I've been wearing it with these amazing wide leg palazzo pant jeans from Marks and Spencer's, and I feel like this is going to be my uniform for going through winter. I have wanted a really nice pair of wide leg jeans that are high-waisted for quite a while, but I've never found ones I particularly like, and I'm sure you'll feel me if you understand what it's like just not finding the right pair of jeans. But I actually bought these ones in black recently, and then I knew they would sell out very quickly, so I got the blue ones, and I thought these are perfect to go with this brown belted short jacket. And actually I did wear that jacket almost as like an undercoat underneath my black furry coat recently, and I wore it with black leggings and with walking boots because I was literally out on a walk. So that's a brown jacket I love. I've also had this longer length brown jacket for many years. I think I bought it from River Island, and I definitely bought it as a practical jacket. It's never been one that I've really loved, but when it's very cold, it's perfect because you literally feel like you're in a sleeping bag. Two other jackets I've loved for years, and both of these are probably 6, 7, maybe more than that years old, are my two leopard jackets. One's a little bit furry, one's a little bit thinner, almost like a blazer, and over the years I've styled these up in so many ways. I love wearing leopard either with other neutrals, so with black or white or beige, or I love bringing a little bit of red. I think red and leopard print are such such a great combination. And if you don't want to go fully into brown, leopard is a great way just to have a nod to that colour, to feel that sense of grounding. But also if you want to feel quite on trend, because brown has been a huge trend for the summer and it now is for the autumn and winter as well, then leopard is a good way of doing that without going sort of over the top. And this little cream crop jacket I have worn non-stop for the last couple of years, and technically it's not brown, it's actually a cream one, but you can see me here with some wide legs, sort of pleather brown trousers. I love that jacket with that outfit. And also I really like my long cream coat, and again it's not brown, but you can see me wearing it here with a check skirt which has got a bit of brown in, and then a dark brown t-shirt underneath. And that same skirt I actually wore with a cream jumper and black ankle boots recently, and that skirt again is a really nice little nod to brown without being fully brown, because it's like a sort of check pattern. And I think I've had this skirt maybe 10, maybe 15 years, but again I pulled it out because this year there's a real trend of that sort of heritage vibe, that check, and actually going into autumn, whenever we can bring in those more sort of neutral colours, I think it just lends itself really nicely to the season. Next, let's talk about the brown leggings. These Sweaty Betty leggings are a dark brown and they've got a very subtle little black leopard print over them, and I have worn them so much over the last few years. There's actually a matching crop top which goes with them, and I love wearing both together, particularly for the gym, but I bring so many different tops with these leggings. I love the white sort of cream sweatshirt, I like a cream shirt with it, I like bringing a little crop top with it. It's even nice to bring a beige gilet. All of these sort of white, beige, neutral colours really complement these leggings well. Plus they're a great fit. If you want a great pair of leggings, I definitely recommend Sweaty Betty. I think I've had some of my Sweaty Betty leggings for 2 decades and they still look good as new. So when you're buying them, you're definitely buying them for longevity. Now let's talk about my brown dresses. Now all 3 of these were new in the summer. 2 of them I'm obsessed by, 1 I'm not so keen on. So the one with the little cutout in it, I love. I've only wore it once because I wore it near the end of the summer and then the weather got too cold to wear it again. And you can see it here with a pair of gold sandals and actually this mulberry bag, which again I probably had about 15 years and I haven't used that much over the last few years, but I brought it back into my wardrobe again and I think it works beautifully with this brown dress. The other brown dress, again, I've only worn once so far, but next spring summer it is going to be out so much I am going to wear it on repeat. It's this one from Zara with the little gold seashells on the straps. It is the most flattering fabric. I think it just gives such a nice sort of hourglass figure. I really like it with gold sandals. I think that when we bring gold with brown, it's such a good combination. I have a combination of silver jewelry and gold jewelry and bring different jewelry into different outfits, but when I'm going down the route of wearing brown, I really just lean into the gold. I think it works so well. And the other brown dress, which you can see me here just leaving the spa, I actually took back. So I wore it when I was having a photo shoot and I must have worn it for 2 minutes or 3 minutes for this photo, and I was planning on keeping it, but I actually kept the label on, which I rarely do, but I knew that I wasn't 100% sure on it and I took it back. It really doesn't make me feel the best version of myself, and I actually think that that's what we should ask ourselves when we put anything on, whether we're putting a pair of joggers and a hoodie on or we're putting a dress on. We should say, does this make me feel the best version of who I am? And the answer was no with this one. So that one is gone. The other 2 will be coming back definitely next year. So expect to see me wear those loads. So the waistcoat and trousers coord, I love these and they definitely make me feel the best version of myself. So I wore them so much in the spring and summer. I bought them probably March, April time, and the waistcoat actually has a really low cut back with like a cutout on it, and the trousers are high-waisted but wide leg and then linen blend, so they do crease quickly. So I've got a little steamer that I got from Amazon, and I use this all the time to steam things because I never want to iron these because the fabric is quite delicate. And for me, they're more ankle length. I think if you were shorter than me, I'm 5'11", then actually they would be full length. But for me, the ankle length, and I do think in the spring and summer you can get away with having things a little bit more ankle length, particularly if you're wearing them with a flat sandal as well. And I use that mulberry bag loads with this outfit. I really liked wearing a bow in my hair sometimes, big pair of sunglasses. So I'm going to show you a few different ways that I styled up this brown waistcoat and trousers. Okay, quick mention of 3 final outfits that were brown. This little jacket here, which actually I bought for about £5, probably 9-10 months ago, and I wore it with these white shorts on the beach, and I loved this outfit. The bow in my hair, which is from Accessorize, barefoot on the beach, made me feel so happy. The brown bikini, it's from Marks and Spencer's, probably about 18 months ago, and again I've worn it so much. Just such a gorgeous combination of the black and the brown, and a really flattering cut for me as well. So I like a full pant, and I actually like a top which isn't too low cut, but it's more sort of like bandeau with straps. And finally, this brown skirt. It's made of sort of like a satin. It works beautifully in the summer. I can style it up in the winter as well with boots. So that's it. They are my brown outfits for summer and autumn. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing them. Let me know if you want more of these fashion videos and more inspiration about how you can just draw from your own wardrobe, or you can be inspired when you go shopping to pick outfits which help you look and feel the best version of yourself.